Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone. Use the best method, but let's get rid of those. Hey, welcome back to Discovery Ranch. My name is Mr. Dawson, and I'm here to take you on discovery so you can learn how to read and write. Join me here each day so we can go on brand new discoveries together. I was just talking to some of my people and telling them we need to get rid of these bugs or it will damage our crops. We don't want that, do we? No way, because we're feeding the world with these crops. Hey, by the way, remember that if you will write to me right here at the station, I will send you an activity book. Tell me something you've learned, and then I'll send you an activity book. I'm so excited to be able to do this, and I can't wait to see your letter. Well, let's get started right away with what? Yeah, say it with me. Daily phonemic awareness. Yes. Oh, I love playing the phonemic awareness games. Are you guys ready to play? Here we go. Today is the onset and rhyme, but we're going to do it a little differently. Are you ready? Here we go. Here's my word. My first word is, well, I'll use one from yesterday, fan. Let's clap fan. You ready? Fan. All right. What's the onset? Right. And what's the rhyme? And. And. Now, here's the fun part. If I get rid of the in fan, and then I put a what's my new word? And. Man. Right, you got it. That is awesome. Okay, here's another one. Are you ready? This one's going to be cool. Here we go. I'm going to do bug because we've been talking about bugs. Let's do bug. You ready? Let's clap it. Bug. What's the onset? Buh. What's the rhyme? Ugh. Right. Now, if I take the buh off of bug and put a now what word do I have? Ugh. Mug. Mug. Good job. Isn't it fun to play that game where we take off the onset and the rhyme and we change the onset to a different one, and then it makes a whole new word? That is so cool. You could do that at home, I bet. Say, hey, and then do a word and take it off and put a new and make a new word. Oh, you'll just surprise everybody at home. You should do it today. Oh, that was fun. Okay, let's keep going. And now it's time for sight words. Are you ready for sight words? Where's my pointer? I have to have my pointer. Here's my pointer. Remember, sight words are important because if you know them in your brain, when you see them in a book, like yesterday, I see a bug, then you know them and you can say, I know those, I can say them. And then when it's time to write, like what we're going to do a little bit later, you're going to be able to say, oh, I know how to spell that word because I have it right up here in my brain. All right, yesterday we did these 12, and now we're going to do the next 12. Are you ready? Here we go. His, me, with, we, up, who, and, was, go, the, had, has. Now remember, these are just review words. We've learned these words all year. So now we're just reviewing them so you can get to know them even better. Right. All right, let's go to phonics. And in phonics, we've been learning a lot of things, but recently we've been learning about vowel teams. Before we go to the one we're learning today, let's look at the ones we've learned. Do you remember this one? Ooh. And these are all the clues of when you're going to say ooh. Let's look at the next one. This one is oi, oi. And these are all the clues you'll see in books and everything that you read that are going to tell you when to say oi. Here's the next one, cow. Cow says ow. And here are all the clues for when to say ow. Right. And then our last one that we have is book. And the phoneme is And this is the only set that'll tell you And remember, we were talking about how sometimes OO and here and OO here, they have different sounds, don't they? Well, how do I know which one to use? Well, in kindergarten, what I would do is I'd use both and see which one makes sense. Is it book or book? No, it's book. So when I practice it and use my skills, then I'll say, oh, I know which one it is. There you go. Now, today and this week, we've been learning about awe. Awe. And these are all the clues of how to say awe when you see them. You can see A, and AW says awe, and AU says awe, and AUGH says awe, and AL says awe. Isn't that amazing? Well, I have a little game to play. Wouldn't you know it? Yes, let's take a look at this. Look at this right here. I have all these pictures that have aw sounds. That's crawl, and that's call, and that's sauce, and that's ought, and that's walk. Do you see that? Yes. So, and these are those words. And look at them. They have the AL, the AUGH says aw, AU says aw, AL says aw, and AW says aw. Look at all those. So I need to match up which one goes where. Remember that the clues say aw, so let's sound this one out. W, there's the aw, w, awk, walk. What number shows that one? Oh yes, number 5. So I can put that one right down there. And get this off. I'm going to put it right down there. Walk. Do you see how we did that? That's good. Let's look at the next one. Let's sound it out. What does C say? K. And there's the AUGH. What does it say? Ah. So it would be k, ought, caught, caught. Which one would that one be? Right. The boy caught the ball on number 4. You guys are amazing. Let's look at this next one. There's the AU, says ah, ah. So let's sound it out. Sauce, sauce. Which number shows sauce? Right, number 3. This is kind of look like it's going backwards a little bit. That's okay. There's the AL again. That says aw. Let's see it. K, all, call, call. Good job. So the crawl must be the AW one. There you go. We've done it. Nice job. Now, let's talk about our essential question, which I have right over here. Let me get my bucket out of the way. Remember, our essential question is, what kind of bugs do you know about? So we're going to write about that. That's our job today. We're going to write about what we know about bugs. So if we're going to do that, we need to take a look at the parts of a paragraph. Do you remember doing that last week? Let's go over here and take a look. Let's take a look. Here we go. It says parts of a paragraph. Remember, there's 3 parts. There's the topic, the details, and the conclusion. The conclusion. And the topic is the top bun in my hamburger. The conclusion is the bottom bun. But the real important part is all the juicy stuff in the middle. Who would want a hamburger with just a bun? No way! I want to have all the juicy parts, and that's what we're going to write about today, are the details. Are you ready to do that? Let me get set up for that. Remember, this was my brainstorming card that reminds us what we're going to write about. I hope it stays there. Remember, we're talking about bugs. That's our main idea. And we were going to do the spider, the ladybug, and the beetle. And then here is my writing board. And right up here, look, it already has our topic sentence. There are many kinds of bugs in nature. So here are my lines for my details. Are you ready for my details? Let me get my trusty dusty pen right out of here and let's look. Okay. Oh, I know. I wanted to say a spider is a bug. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, right. A spider is, oh, that's a sight word. I think I remember that one. Is a bug. There we go, I did it. A spider is a bug. That's awesome. Okay, now that was one of the, we talked about the spider, and remember that in writing, this is our rough draft. This is our rough draft. So I'm not really worried about all the parts right now. I'm trying to get my thoughts down on paper so that tomorrow when I do my editing, then that's where I'm going to start correcting everything and say, oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. What was the next thing? Oh, that's right. A ladybug is a bug. Okay, so here we go. A lady, bug, bug. A ladybug is, I know is, I-S spells is a bug, and bug. Right. So now I have two of my details. Isn't that exciting? There are many kinds of bugs in nature. A spider is a bug. A ladybug is a bug. And what was, oh, a beetle is a bug. Okay, let me see. I'm going to do it. I'm thinking about it. A beetle is a bug. I'm done. Now, is this the perfect writing? No, this is not the perfect writing. I'm putting down my thoughts on paper, and then tomorrow is when I'm going to start making it the right way. Okay, so, and you might see something wrong, and you'll help me tomorrow. It says, there are many kinds of bugs in nature. A spider is a bug. A ladybug is a bug. A beetle is a bug. These are some bugs we find in nature. How wonderful is that? Now, already I know what you're saying. You see things like it needs spaces, and I saw that afterwards, and I said, oh, I'm going to have to fix that tomorrow. We'll have to fix it together. Do you see other things? Right. Maybe the punctuation. Do you see the editing process? Does it have uppercase first letter? Does it have punctuation? Does it have a noun? And does it have a verb? We'll have to look at those things tomorrow because we've run out of time today. We've done so many things today in our short period of time together. We talked about awe. We talked about sight words. We talked about writing and phonemic awareness. Oh my goodness. We'll have to talk about more tomorrow. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. A brand new day, time to learn and gain.